A very, very big welcome to all of you. I am now in Germany and I would like to dedicate this next reading to all the lunar and solar eclipses we've been passing through. And we know that this month, this beginning of the month, the summer, this Cancer energy has played a very strong effect on us. So I would like to just remind you again to look back at when we had first on the 5th of June, the lunar eclipse in Sagittarius, where we started to have an evolutionary leap, right? Why I'm doing this, coming back to these very specific points, is because these three planets are aligning, right? So we have the moon, we have the earth, and we have the sun. That creates a lunar eclipse, right? The sun shines onto the moon, otherwise we would not see the moon. The earth comes in between and creates the shadow on top of the moon, and that creates the lunar eclipse in Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, again, remember, was the forward bend, was this going deep within, which is the guardian angel, right? In the traditional tarot deck, it is the card of temperance. And temperance means I have to go within. I have to find, again, this middle connection between the dark and the light. Now remember, when I put you into an absolutely dark, pitch dark room, you do not see anything, not even your hand in front of your eyes. If I put you equally into a room that is bright, so bright, you do not see your hand in front of your eyes as well. So in the essence, the black and the light, or the white, are the same. You do not see anything with your two eyes. So here, this bowing down brings you into the equilibrium of the past and the future uniting in the present moment. And here we had the theme of making an evolutionary leap in your life, right? Making a step forward for all of humanity. So I'm just one more time showing you the card itself, right, that we had back then. So there you were planting a seed. How did that seed work out for you? Then we had on the 21st of June a solar eclipse. And a solar eclipse is when we have the earth, we have the moon, and then we have the sun, right? So the moon is moving between the earth and the sun. And thus we see from the earth perspective, the sun covered with the moon. And when the sun covers the moon, when the moon covers the sun, which is the only planet that can do that. And we can see how small the moon actually is because the sun is so far away. And the sun is huge, right? And the sun was covered by the moon, creating a solar eclipse. We didn't see it here in Europe, but in other places like Asia and India, they were able to see this almost 99%, right? It was a very strong one, solar eclipse in Cancer. And that was when we started to realize we are one. We are all together in this. We all have to figure this out, and we cannot leave one behind, because if we leave one behind, that means you leave yourself behind. And so here this position was the Ashwa Sanchalanasana, right? Taking ashwagandha to calm yourself down and to making or helping you to not go into the extreme stress, right? And to help you to focus and to align yourself through this position where you really need to use your third eye. And it's not about, oh, only the right or the left. It's about equal, otherwise I cannot use these wings. I cannot use anything. I cannot fulfill my life, because I need to use both wings if I want to fly, if I want to rise, right? That was the wings. If we have a mission greater than ourselves. And then we had on the 4th and 5th of July, we had another lunar eclipse, and that one was in Capricorn, where we rise above our karma, and there the position was the dancer pose. Here now I have the picture finally finished. Last time it was looking a little bit different, right? I had just the checkboards and the position, but here I decided to create Capricorn, the devil, again, something that wants to come into an equilibrium. We must find a place of, even though I am absolutely bright as that dancer pose in the middle of the city, and even though I have also the darkness within me, I am in nature. And I'm here on the asphalt or the darkness, the clouds. And here I am on the grass with the flowers and the sun with the universe above me, right? So we always have a constant play between absolute darkness and absolute brightness. And this was the lunar eclipse in Capricorn, where we started to rise above our karma. And karma is what we created ourselves. All the negativity, there is not really a devil. There's just out of balance. There is not you understanding that the darkness or that apparent negativity is the womb, is the earth, is that planting the seed. It's that fertile ground to actually make a difference. So here again are the 3 positions: bowing down, at the same time standing up, being strong, focused, the horse, the Cancer, and again dancing with it, dancing here, right? The dancer pose, finding an equilibrium, finding again this joy of being aware. Even though I go within, I go inside, and I go and reach for this higher purpose. I'm dancing, doing that. And now again, we are having a new moon in Cancer, where we again plant a seed in this very focused presence of the family, of the home, of the security, in opposition of Capricorn, Saturn in Capricorn, the dancer pose. Now these two play with each other. At one point I am here in this position, strong and focused, and I can step forward, right? The foot that is behind in high lounge steps up and comes into a dancer pose, which is a very difficult thing to do. And then stepping back again into high lounge, which is exactly what this wants or asks from us, right? We have the new moon in Cancer, opposite of Saturn in Capricorn. What does that mean? The new moon, this feminine, dark, right, fertile ground where we want to plant a seed of becoming safe and secure, nurturing each other, the family, the home, the social, soothing, calming energy that we want to bring to Saturn, where we learn it the hard way, in Capricorn, which is structure, order, discipline, laws, and to be respectful. And now doing this in a very loving and kindful way, being kind, being loving, how to transition between the two. I will do a sequence just about that. Okay, so reminding you to give yourself this nurturing energy, right? Nurturing energy, going deep in, going into the womb, going into the dark, so we can grow this beautiful lotus flower out of this inner equilibrium and be in the light, right? And do it respectfully towards yourself. And when you do it towards yourself, you can do it for others. Which is kind of like, I would like to say it as, say no, gently and kindly, but firmly, right? So once in a time, we need to say no, like a king, like a man that leads, right? Becoming your own leader, becoming your own, when we had the picture of Nelson Mandela and Mahatma Gandhi, becoming your own leader for your own tribe, right? Standing up and bringing it into the center, into the equilibrium, where the touch is between the positive and the negative. Again, where the dark and the light horse is uniting and creating the center, where the sun is, where Lingam and Yoni is, where new creation is happening, where we spread our wings. Every person matters, because you are all the people, the billions and billions of people that are existing right now in many various forms, right? And we have to understand that if something on the outside is creating a negativity in the inside, you have not yet found that absolute inner equilibrium, that absolute inner connection between the black and the white, the new moon and the full moon. Great. And now I'm going to each individual reading. Thank you for watching. Namaste. A big welcome, Libra, to this new moon in Cancer reading. And as I said in the introduction, that I would like to just do like a recollection of all the lunar and solar eclipses we've been going through. And I will use the mystical shaman oracle and pick 4 cards that I would like to see a reflection on, back on the lunar eclipse in Sagittarius, when we had, again, right, the forward bend, the Sagittarius, guardian angel, temperance. And then we had, in June, we had a solar eclipse in Cancer, which is still right now, it's a new moon in Cancer. And then we had a solar eclipse in Capricorn, which was in Capricorn. So I will pick 4 cards for each of these events. One more time, a reflection card for your meditation, because now for this new moon in Cancer, I want you to really have a great meditation and plant a new seed for the fact that we want to be there for every person. Every person matters, because if I take care of all take care of me, right? And this is the Cancer energy, is nurturing, loving, kindness, being there for each other. Libra. Right, the Justice. Very much already in your symbolism, right? The Justice card. You have that sword. You are very clear in making sure things are correct, right? You really are that kind of energy. Okay, here we go. Very nice. Good. So for the first lunar eclipse, when we bow down and when we go into deep into our core, into the forward bend, uniting the past and the future in the present moment, you got the soul retrieval, the number 49. And it feels like you really truly understand that bowing down, that going deep within, that light that we find within us, right? Again, like I said, like if you are in a very bright room and someone shines a light into your eyes, you don't see anything, you see black. And the funny thing is, like when you are in the dark, pitch dark, and you don't see anything, you kind of see pictures, you see the light. So here you are in your soul retrieval mode. 49 is the number 1, 10, 13 is the number 4, right? So 4, like, very much is the stability. Just feel what you get when you look at this card. It's really beautiful because I see this butterfly or moth or something that's come out of this transformation and finally is able to spread its wings and fly, right? So let me have a look what the message is here for this card. The invitation. You are no longer fragmented, you are one with creation. You have healed the cause of the pain you feel, so you do not need to dwell on it any longer. Really, it's true. If you are still hovering over an old wound, find a new flight path. Don't be distracted with the little stuff you've already mastered. Go for the big one, the journey back to Eden. So very clear is you have transformed, you have gotten through this difficult path in the first lunar eclipse when Sagittarius was saying here, there's an evolutionary leap, there's a new way of looking at things. There's a new path unfolding now, and that is one of spreading your wings. Then the second message for your solar eclipse in Cancer, where we understand we are one, we are focused, and we are the leader for this new movement, right? Here, Cancer being the success between these two dualities. You got the upper world, but upside down. And the upper world is the number 59, which is the number 5. So if you look at it, right, so these wings that are spread, you are an air sign. So just see what you feel when you look at it. Right, I'm gonna read your invitation, but because it's the upside down 59, I have to read the medicine, right? So not the invitation, but the medicine that this card is now telling you in, and it's really beautiful because you can see it's almost the same kind of colors here. Right, this upper world is supporting you in a reversed way, in that, let's see what the message is. Ask your divine helpers for guidance. If the oracle has already spoken to you, do not ask for more guidance. Trust, right? Basically trust already what you can see. Take what has been offered. Now you must deal with the lethargy and idleness. While support for a new destiny is not yet in place, a new destination is available to you if you act now. So here, of course, we can feel that the upper world, the angels, the guides are helping us. And here they help us too, but we maybe have not yet seen the real awareness of it. As you can see, we're standing here on the wings of this union. When we are in our center, we can spread our wings. And here the wings are pointing downwards, otherwise they're pointing upwards, right? So in a way, this message here is letting you know that no matter what, if you focus, you will get your guidance. It doesn't matter. When it comes from the upper world and it's the upside down, you're still okay. I just want to feel into this, you know. I want to see if I get any other information or message here. But it's exactly that, right? That spreading those wings, even though sometimes the bird flies and maybe turns around, or maybe you didn't get the message. It's there. You maybe just don't see it. Okay, now the next message, and that was for the lunar eclipse in Capricorn, which was, right, this imbalance. There's no devil. There is just this moment of like, we're not in our balance. We're not understanding that everything has a yin and a yang, and a positive and a negative. You got the sorcerer. So what's the message here for you? 48. That's the number 12 and the number 3. The sorcerer is very powerful. Very clearly looks forward and has here, as you can see, this band of all colors, the rainbows, all possibilities from the first chakra up to the crown chakra. And he's looking not into the future, but into the past. So let's see what the invitation is of this. When the sorcerer enters your circle, you're being called to look at how your beliefs around scarcity and self-centered fear manifest in your world. Examine the destructive part of your psyche that misuses power or harbors feelings of resentment, vengeance, lust, greed, bigotry, or hatred. Perhaps you've harmed someone because of these dark tendencies. If so, all is not lost. You have only forgotten that all beings are interconnected and the universe is abundant. So I really do feel, right, these lunar eclipse in Capricorn, that structure, order, discipline, laws, respectfulness, that system, that government is changing in your awareness, and you are part of the solution. And you felt it then, right? Rising above your karmic energy. You create your karmic energy and shifting it and coming into your center. Very powerful. So now again, in this new moon for the Cancer, where every person matters, you got the Wild Woman. Number 62 is the number 8, that infinite potential, that infinite awareness, that infinite heart. She is bringing out that awareness, that consciousness. You can plant the seed now and create something new that you want to bring into this world. And the message here, 62, or the invitation, right? I like that, the invitation. It's inviting you, not like this is a rule and you must and you have to. It's like you invite it. You just, when you're invited, you can say, no, thank you, I'm not coming. But mostly we come because we want to be, we like to be invited, right? When the Wild Woman comes to dance in your reading, you're invited to shine brightly and to know that your true self is being called out to engage the world. This is a symbol that your long-held dream is beginning to take root and wants to be expressed. Your authentic self doesn't fit in a box. It needs the freedom to shine. Wow. So in this new moon, right, Cancer, new moon, focus on what you want to show, what you want to bring to the human experience. Sharing, giving all that you have realized, right, as this very just personality, as this very powerful energy that you are, and now wants to express itself and live it. And that's really what a wild person is. And people are afraid of wild people. The government is afraid of white people because white people, they cannot be put in a cage. So I'm gonna get 2 cards from the Good Tarot, just to see what the Tarot wants to say to these oracles. Connecting it, of course, to all the 4, but like, what is the message for this new moon in Cancer, in your home, in your security, right? In general, this like feeling good with yourself, soothing, calming energy. What can you bring to the collective energy, right? Okay. Okay, so these are a little too many, so I just take, I had in Virgo also 3, and I don't want to take the other ones, so I took an extra one. Usually I do only 2, but I wanted to be fair. Okay, so you got the Queen of Earth, the King of Air, and the Page of Fire. Which means the Queen of Earth is Capricorn, the King of Page is an Aquarius, and here this is just a very young person from 0 to 18 and is having that spark, that creative energy, right? You allow yourself to break free from these strong controlling energies, earth and air. There must be a Capricorn in your life, or an Aquarian, right? Not that they control you, but of course they're very, you know, as their queen and kings, right? Maybe it's a couple, and you are the child of this couple. And I feel that this is here the wild woman you want. As you can see, the color, there is a similarity. And very clear that these are connected, right? That you are wanting to bring something new to this world. Then I see this upper world connected with the King of Air. I see that this color theme, right? He is very intellectual, very clearly an air sign, which is what you are as well, right? Maybe this is also you, right? You're very logical, you're very mental, and now you let go of that mental, right? You are letting this upper world to like flow into this very mental person, and you allowing yourself to free and release all the time these like mental logical things that mostly the King of Air is about, right? It's, I mean, it's a very intellectual, mostly lawyers, and very, I mean, mind, a lot of mind is used, right? So you're releasing that. That's what I feel. And I feel these two to connected. The Queen of Earth with here the soul retrieval, right? She's supporting you. This earth sign is giving you help in this awareness, in this new transformation you've been going through. Okay, so this is your message for this new moon. Very clear transformation into a new awareness coming to you, wanting to come to you. So listen to it, right? Allow allow this transformation to really be strong, because this is finally where you are putting it out into the world. Because you have, again, this new awareness, this new, young, fresh outlook, right? Fire. And there's a fire in her as well. She wants to express in that wildness, in that dance, right? And we have in Capricorn, the dancer, right? Capricorn, the Queen of Earth. This is her. She is connected to this card. Good. Have a great meditation, my dear Libra. Thank you for watching. Namaste.